everyone, welcome to your mats. I hope everyone had a lovely Easter weekend, and if you don't celebrate Easter, I hope you just had a lovely weekend. We're going to be moving through a pretty fluid class, a lot of spinal movement. So this is aimed more at an intermediate base. So if you are looking for beginners, I do have another video, and hopefully I'll get another one out soon. We're going to start in a child's pose today. So just bringing the knees out wide, the big toes to touch, sinking the chest through the middle of the thighs. Coming to rest the forehead on the mat if you have the space. If this really doesn't feel comfortable because your hips are far away from your heels, please just grab a pillow and just put it on your shins and then sit down onto the pillow. You can rock your head side to side, helping you get out any wiggles you need just to arrive in stillness. Massaging the space of your third eye. Coming to find stillness when you're ready. Bringing attention to the breath. Trying to get the length of the inhalations and the exhalations to match. If you want, you can do this for a count of 4. So inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. And just keeping that while we arrive in our space, leaving the day you've had, the week you've had, maybe the frustration, that lockdown that you find is building up. Just leaving it off the mat. Just coming to arrive in the sense of stillness. On the next inhale, you're going to come up onto the fingertips, and exhale, take that right hand and thread the needle under the left. The right arm is coming under the left, the right ear comes to the mat. Still sitting in your child's pose. You can lower that left hand flat onto the mat, stay on the fingertips, or you can wrap it round, coming into a half bind, grabbing onto your thigh. Your right thigh. On your next inhale, coming back to center, unthreading that right arm, and exhale, moving over to the other side. Left arm threads under right, left ear comes to knee, mirroring what you did on the other side. So coming up onto those right fingertips, leaving the right hand flat on the floor. We're coming into a half bind, grabbing the left thigh with the right hand. On your next inhale, come back to center, unthreading the left arm, and exhale, just surrender. Child's pose. Inhale, you're going to crawl forwards all the way to your Sphinx pose. So your body is out long on the mat, hands are in the shape of an 11. You're just going to bring the feet to touch and grip into the mat to pull the chest through. You can take an active Sphinx where you're pulling through, or a more passive Sphinx where you just let the head relax, chin to chest. If you want, you can take some rolls with the head, moving along the collarbones, and then up to the ceiling. Remember to balance out, so however many you do to one side, just taking that to the other side. Just enjoying the opening through the back and the front of the heart space. Coming to find stillness when you're ready. Hold for the last inhale. And exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. We're moving into broken wing. So you're going to extend the right hand out long. Left fingertips come to cup the mat under the shoulder. Bringing that left knee to bum. And then rolling over onto the right hand side. So onto the right shoulder. You're dropping the left toes onto the floor behind you. And bringing the right ear to the mat. You can control the pressure in this stretch, so if you want more, just move more weight onto that right shoulder. Just being gentle with your body though, as it is the beginning of class. Coming back to center on the inhale, and moving over onto the other side. So left arm extends, right fingertips cup the mat under the shoulder, bending into that right knee, and moving over onto the left hand side. Right toes coming to the mat. Again, trying to equal out in sensation on both sides. So bringing the same amount of weight into that left shoulder as you did into the right. On the next inhale, coming back to center, we're going to move into 3 rounds of rolling cobra. So your feet are touching, tops of the feet pressing into the mat, legs are engaged so that the kneecaps are lifting off the mat. We're going to bring our fingers out wide this time, cupping the ground with our fingers in order to bring a more fluid motion. So you're going to inhale, peel the chest away, head and neck come up last, and exhale, release down to the mat. Inhale, peel the chest away, and exhale, release. Last one, we're going to hold this one for a little bit longer, so inhale, peel the chest away. You can move your shoulders, dipping into each one, just to gently wake up the spine. And exhale, release down to the mat. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, pushing back to your child's pose. Your legs, your knees come out wide, big toes to touch, sinking down beneath the thighs. We're going to move into an active child's pose, which is basically you moving into a normal child's pose, but then you just bring the toes to tuck, so you're stretching through the soles of the feet. On your inhale, you're going to bring a cat-like action to the spine, bringing yourself forwards, almost to a tabletop. And then exhale, sink the hips low, coming into kind of a mix between a king cobra and an upward facing dog. Holding for the inhale, and exhale, glide the hips back to your active child's pose. We're going to move through that 3 times in your own breath. So inhale, cat-like action through the spine, moving forwards. Exhale, sinking the hips low to your upward facing dog, mixed with king cobra. Hold for the inhale, and exhale, glide the hips back to your active child's pose. 2 more like that, just guiding yourself. When you're done meeting in a child's pose, untucking the feet, just bringing the big toes to touch. On the inhale, you're going to walk the hands back so that you're sitting on the heels. Inhale, arms reach up, and exhale, interlace them at the base of your spine. Inhale, puff the chest, and exhale, bring them over to the right hand side, so just cupping on the right hand side of the body, and drop the right ear to the shoulder. Just a gentle stretch through that left side body. Inhale, puff the chest, and exhale over to the left. So cupping them on the left hand side, left ear drops to knee, to shoulder, sorry. On the inhale, releasing that, arms stretch to the ceiling. And exhale, cactus, just a gentle back bend, opening up the heart space. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, finding your tabletop. So hands are stacked under shoulders, knees under the hips. Moving through 3 rounds of cat and cow. So inhale, drop the belly, gazes forward, cow. Exhale, cat. Press the mat away around through the spine. Inhale for cow, gazes forwards or up, whichever feels comfortable. Exhale, cat, gazes through the thighs. Inhale, cow, shining the collarbones forward. Exhale, cat. Coming to a neutral spine for the inhale. Tucking the toes, and on the exhale, pushing it back to your downward dog. This might be your first downward dog of the day, so you can pedal out the feet. It's called walking the dog. Shake the head just to release the neck. And move the hips side to side. We want to try and create an equal weight distribution between the hands and the feet. Really pressing the tailbone up to the ceiling, creating an inverted V shape. Wrapping the triceps in so that you're lengthening through the back. On the inhale, you're slowly going to lift the right fingertips off the mat, and on the exhale, grabbing onto that left ankle, pulling yourself into almost like a twist in a downward facing dog. If you want to intensify this, you're going to bring a gentle bend into the right knee so you can straighten more through that left leg. On the inhale, bringing that right hand back to the mat, lifting the left fingers off, and exhale, grabbing on to the right ankle with that left hand and twisting open to the right hand side. Again, bringing a bend to that left knee to straighten out the right. On the inhale, coming back to your downward facing dog, holding for the exhale. On the inhale, you're going to walk those hands back to the back of the mat to meet the feet, and coming into your ragdoll. So you're going to keep your feet hip distance apart, generous bend to the knees, just resting the chest on the thighs, swaying side to side. You can grab opposite elbows with the hands. We're going to move into sunflower. So on the inhale, you're going to roll up, standing on the left. And exhale, release all the way down on the right hand side, making big circles. Inhale to the left, coming up to standing, holding onto those elbows, and exhale, release onto the right hand side. Last time to the left, inhale, and exhale, melt down on the right hand side. Coming to find a little bit of stillness in the center and moving on to the other side in your own breath. So inhale to the right, standing, and exhale, release on the left. Moving through the next 2, guiding yourself. When you're done meeting in a ragdoll, just hanging heavy, no rush, just take your time. Releasing the arms, the grab on the elbows. And on the inhale, keep the generous bend to the knees and slowly roll up through the spine to standing, stacking each vertebra on top of each other. Nice juicy shoulder loop, up, back and down when you get to the top. Keeping the feet as wide as they are. Inhale, high mountain. And exhale, Samasthiti, hands to heart center. Inhale, high mountain, reach the arms up, grounding through the feet. And exhale, you're going to heel toe those feet as wide as the mat and sit down into your Malasana squat at the back of your space. So your toes point out, heels point in. You can rock side to side, bringing the hands to the floor. It's quite a nice way just to gently wake up the hips. Trying to ground through the four corners of the feet, using that press of the elbows to really open up through the chest, keeping the chest nice and proud. Whoops, almost fell over. On the inhale, crawl forwards to high plank. And exhale, lower all the way down to the mat, using your knees if you need to, keeping your elbows tucked in. We're moving into one round of Locust Shalabhasana. So interlacing the hands at the base of the spine, tops of the feet are pressing into the mat, legs are engaged. Inhale, using that press of the hands to really pull your chest up and open. If you want, you can float the feet too, coming into the fullest expression. Taking little sips of air, balancing on the belly. Exhale, release all the way down to the mat. Bringing the right ear to the mat. Just allowing yourself 2 rounds of breath here. When you're ready, hands move under shoulders. Inhale, either table or high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to be moving into flow now. So inhale, roll forwards to your high plank. Exhale, lower the hips to your hanging cobra. So it's like an upward facing dog, but your toes are still tucked and your legs are lifted off the mat. We're going to be moving through this movement quite a lot in class. So you're going to inhale, right toes off the mat to float. Exhale, knee to bum. Inhale, press it back, 3-legged dog. And exhale, step that foot between the hands, lowering the left knee. Inhale, rise to Anjaneyasana. In your Anjaneyasana, your right knee is stacked on top of your right ankle. Your hips are pressing forward, but they're equal to the front of the room. So you can bring your hands to your hips just to make sure they're both in line with each other. Then reach your arms up, tucking your pinkies in to lengthen through your back. Exhale, cactus the arms, opening up the heart space. Keep the arms swimming around to interlace at the back of the spine. Inhale, puff the chest. And on the exhale, you can keep that interlace and press it back to your half splits. We're going to be holding this one for a while, so bringing the hands and interlacing the hands and bringing them to the mat. Just straightening through that right leg, right toes are pointed to the ceiling. Folding heavy over the leg, bringing as much of a bend into the leg as you need. Just holding this first one. On the inhale, crawling it forwards to your low lunge, lifting the left knee off the mat, and walking the right toes out to the edge of the mat to your runner's lunge. Just to warm up into this posture, we're going to inhale, long pyramid, straighten both legs. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, long pyramid. I like to bring the right toes off the mat. Exhale, runner's lunge. Last one. Inhale, long pyramid. Exhale, runners. We're going to hold this first runners for a while, so you have options. You can either stay here, lower the left knee, or lower onto the forearms. The option I'm going to offer you is to take a quad stretch. So you're going to plant that left hand, left knee is lowered, bend into the left leg, bend the foot towards the bum, and then swing that right arm around, grabbing onto that left foot. You can change between pulling it closer to the bum for a more stretch into the quads, or pulling it away to open up through the chest into the shoulders. On the inhale, we're all going to meet in runner's lunge. So both hands plant on the inside of the right foot, left knee is lifted. Holding for the exhale. Inhale, look forwards. And exhale, Malasana, left foot steps forward at the top of your space. Inhale, rise, high mountain, heel toe the feet to touch. And exhale, forward fold, folding heavy, bringing as much of a bend into the knees as you need. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms and step it back to your high plank. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, hanging cobra, drop the hips. Toes are tucked. Inhale, left toes lift off the floor. Exhale, knee to bum. Inhale, pushing back to your three-legged dog, left legs raised. Exhale, step it between the hands, coming into your low lunge. Lowering the right knee. Inhale, rise to your Anjaneyasana. Really sinking the hips forward. If it helps, you can just pulse in this first one, just to open up through the hip space. Left knee is at 90 degrees. Keeping the chest nice and open. You're not splaying the ribs out, or just keeping some control. Exhale, cactus the arms, open up the heart space. Keep the arms swimming around to interlace at the base of your spine. Inhale, puff the chest. And exhale, half splits. Gliding the hips back, keeping the interlace if you can to get there, and then releasing the hands to the mat, just to really enjoy this first half splits. Left leg is straight, left toes are pointing towards the ceiling. Chest is melting heavy. On the inhale, you're going to crawl forwards to a low lunge, lifting that right knee and coming into your runners. So your left foot walks out to the edge of the mat. Inhale, long pyramid, straighten both legs. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, long pyramid. If you want, you can lift those left toes off the floor. Exhale, low lunge, runner's lunge. Inhale, long pyramid. Exhale, runners. So we're going to hold this one again. So try and mirror what you did on the other side, whether that was staying with the knee lifted, lowering on to the forearms, or lowering that back knee down. Again, if you took the quad stretch, you're going to plant that right hand, bend into the right knee, swing the left arm round to grab onto the knee, to the foot, sorry. You don't have to hold this pose in a static position. You can move that leg closer and further away, just finding the sweet spots where you might need to send your breath. On the inhale, finding your runner's lunge, hands plant under the shoulders, right knee is lifted. I'm so sorry for the phone ringing. Hold for the inhale. And exhale, Malasana squat at the front of your space, sinking the hips low. Inhale, high mountain, heel toe feet to touch. And exhale, Samasthiti, hands to heart center. Inhale, high mountain, arms reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Gaze is just in front of your mat to keep your neck nice and long. And exhale, plant the palms and step it back to your high plank. We're going to be taking that into flow now, so one breath, one movement. Exhale, lower the hips, hanging cobra. Inhale, right toes lift. Exhale, knee to bum. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg is lifted. Exhale, stepping that foot between the hands, lowering the left knee. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana. sinking the hips forward. Exhale, cactus, opening through the heart space. Keep the arms swimming around to interlace the base of your spine. Inhale, puff the chest. And exhale, half splits. Straightening through the right leg, keeping your hands interlaced if you can. Inhale, crawl forwards to your runner's lunge, so uninterlacing the hands, walking the right toes to the edge of the mat, left knee is lifted. Just one round here, so inhale, long pyramid. Exhale, runners. Hold for the inhale, and exhale, Malasana at the top of your space. Inhale, rise to high mountain, heel toes, feet to touch. And exhale, forward fold, let it all go. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms and step it back to your high plank. Inhale, engage through the core. Exhale, hanging cobra. Left toes lift off the mat, knee to bum. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that left foot between the hands, lowering the right knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus, swim the arms around to interlace the base of the spine. Inhale, puff the chest. Exhale, half split, straightening the left leg. Keeping the interlace if you can. Left toes are pointing to ceiling. Inhale, crawl forwards to your runners, so releasing the hands. Walking the left toes out to the edge of the mat. Hold for the exhale. Inhale, long pyramid, straighten both legs. Exhale, runner's lunge. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, Malasana squat at the top of your mat. Inhale, rise, high mountain, heels over feet to touch. And exhale, Samasthiti, hands to heart center. Just bringing the eyes to close, bringing some regulation back to the breath if you've let it slip out of your control. Inhale, high mountain, grounded through the feet, reaching up with the hands. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms and step it back to your high plank. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, hanging cobra. Lifting the right toes off, knee to bum. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot between the hands, lowering the left knee. Inhale, rise, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus. Keep the arms swimming around to interlace the back base of the spine. Inhale, puff the chest. Exhale, half split, straightening through the right leg. Right toes point to the ceiling. We're going to change it up now. So on the inhale, you're going to crawl forwards to your arrow lunge, lifting the left toes, the left knee off the mat, coming up high on the wall of that left foot. Your torso is at 45 degrees, arms are reaching forward. Exhale, power lunge, sweep the arms back in line with the torso. Inhale, arrow lunge, sweep the arms forward. Exhale, Skandasana to the back of your space. So bending into that left foot, that left knee. Right leg is out straight, right toes are pointing to ceiling. You can use your hands if you need. Just because this is the first Skandasana of class, being gentle, hold for the inhale. And exhale, Skandasana to the front of your space. That was my knee. Inhale, rise to star, limbs grow long, toes point out, heels point in. And exhale, Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. Folding between the legs. Taking whichever hand grip you need, so you can grab onto your heels and pull yourself deeper. You can just hang here, it feels good. Just opening up through the hamstrings. Inhale, halfway lift in Prasarita, so hands under shoulders, bringing that flat back action. And exhale, low lunge to the front of your space. So there's a 90-degree bend in your left leg. In your right leg, left leg is out long. We're moving into warrior one. So you're going to step that left leg a little bit closer at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, rise. So this isn't as deep of a lunge as your other warriors, because you want to make sure that your hips are staying square to the front of the room, so they're not splaying open. You can bring your hands to your hips to help with this. Your feet are almost on separate train tracks on your mat, so they're not in line with one another. Hold for the inhale. And exhale, swing the arms around, interlace your hand, moving into your devotional or your humble warrior. Inhale, puff the chest, gaze up, and exhale, devote forwards. So you're bringing that right shoulder inside the right knee, keeping the legs as they are, allowing your neck to fully relax. Just enjoying this pose, enjoying the feeling of surrender. On the inhale, you're going to uninterlace your hands. Exhale, frame the right foot with those hands, staying as you are with the legs. And inhale, raise the left leg into standing splits. So in your standing splits, your legs are both long, toes are engaged, flexing those left toes, but your hips are square to the mat. So if that compromises how much you can lift that leg, rather keep your hips square. And on the exhale, meeting in a forward fold at the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms and step it back to your high plank. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, hanging cobra. Left toes lift off the mat, knee to bum. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, step that foot between the hands. Anjaneyasana, lowering the right knee. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, cactus, swing the arms around, interlacing at the base of your spine. Inhale, puff the chest. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, crawling it forwards to your arrow lunge. So uninterlacing the hands, lifting that right knee off the mat, coming up onto the ball of the right foot. Torso is at 45 degrees, arms are reaching forward. Exhale, power lunge, sweep the arms back. Inhale, arrow lunge, sweep the arms forward. Exhale, skandasana to the back of your space, bend into the right knee, left toes are flexing to the ceiling. Hold for the inhale. And exhale, skandasana to the front of your space. Right toes flex to the ceiling. Inhale, star grow tall, limbs out long. And exhale, Prasamrita, wide-legged forward fold. Feet are parallel to your mat, you're slightly pigeon-toed. Just enjoying the quick stretch through your hamstrings. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, low lunge to the front of your space, setting up for warrior one on this side. So your right foot steps in slightly, toes are at 45 degrees. And inhale, rise to warrior one. Remember to keep your hips square to the front of the room. Both feet are grounded. Interlacing the hands at the base of your spine. Exhale. Inhale, puff the chest. And exhale, devote forwards to devotional warrior. Left shoulder is coming on the left side, on the inside of the left knee. Relaxing through the neck. Keeping those hands interlaced and pulling towards the ceiling. Keeping your legs in your warrior one shape. Uninterlacing the hands on the inhale. Exhale, plant them on either side of that left foot. And inhale, lift the right knee to your standing splits. Remember to keep the hips as square to the mat as possible. Molting the chest heavy over that left leg. If you need, you can bring a micro bend into that standing leg. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high mountain, grow tall. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to your high plank. Inhale. Exhale, hanging cobra. Right toes lift off, knee to bum. Three-legged dog. Inhale, stepping that right foot between the hands, setting up for warrior one. Left foot steps in slightly at 45 degrees. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, interlace the base of your spine. Inhale, puff the chest. Exhale, devotional warrior. Inhale, back up to warrior one. You're keeping that interlace. And if you can, on the exhale, launch into airplane. So you're creating a capital T shape with the body. Left toes are lifted, pointing or flexing to the back of the room. You're using that interlace of the hands to create a slight up dog action through the chest. Holding for one more round of breath. Exhale, stepping it back to your arrow lunge, or power lunge variation, sorry. So you're high on the ball of the left toes, hands are still interlaced. Hold for the inhale. And exhale, Skandasana to the back of your space. Inhale. Exhale, Skandasana to the front of your space. Inhale, star, grow tall. Exhale, Prasarita, folding down the middle. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front of your space, stepping that foot back to your high plank. Hold for the inhale. Exhale, hanging cobra. Left toes lift off, knee to bum. Three-legged dog. Planting that foot between the hands. Setting up for your warrior one. Inhale, rise. Right toes are at 45 degrees. Gentle bend in the left knee. Exhale, interlace the hands at the back of the spine. Inhale, puff the chest. Devote for one long exhale. Inhale, back up to warrior one with interlaced hands. And on the exhale, launching into your airplane. Lifting those right toes off the mat. Floating forwards as gently as you can, creating a capital T shape with the body. Slight up dog action through the chest. Hold for one more round of breath. Hips are square to the mat. And exhale, plant those right toes with as much control as possible. In your power lunge variation, so your hands are staying interlaced. Inhale. Exhale, Skandasana to the back of the mat. Skandasana to the front of your mat. Inhale for star. Exhale, Prasarita, folding forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge to the front of your mat, stepping those left toes to meet the right and high plank. Hold for the inhale. And exhale, lower all the way to the belly, keeping the elbows tucked. We're going to move into floor bow. So if this is too much for you or not in your practice yet, please just move into Lotus Shalabhasana, which I demonstrated in the beginning of class with interlacing the hands. So floor bow, you can use a pillow under your stomach here, placing a pillow there. It helps you to get a lot of lift without putting too much pressure on your back. So you're going to bend into both legs, bring them to your bum. You're going to reach with the left hand and grab the left ankle. Reach with the right hand, grab the right ankle. On the inhale, you're going to kick into the hands, flexing into the feet to pull the chest off the mat. Using that push and pull to lift you off the mat, balancing on the soft part of the belly. Keep squeezing the knees together, don't let them splay out. And exhale, release all the way to the mat. Coming into crocodile, so legs go out wide, toes flop out. Bringing your right hand parallel to the mat, to the top of the mat. Placing the left forearm on top of it. And just resting your forehead on that left forearm. Staying here for a few rounds of breath, just to allow that to settle. When you're ready, feet come to meet at the back of your mat again. Hands are on your shoulders. Inhale, push up to high plank at the table. And exhale, downward facing dog. We're moving into our last round of flow now. So inhale, ripple forwards to a high plank. Exhale, hanging cobra. Right toes lift off, knees above. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping that foot between the hands, setting up for warrior one. Inhale, grow tall, warrior one. Exhale, interlace the hands, face the spine. Inhale, puff the chest. One long exhale for devotional warrior. Inhale, warrior one with interlaced hands. And exhale, launch into your aeroplane. On the inhale, you're going to unravel into your half moon if you can. So your hands are in one long line, bringing those right fingertips to the mat if you need help with balance, or gently floating them off. Your left leg is out long, toes are flexed or pointed. One long line from the crown of your head to the tips of your left toes. Inhale with as much control as possible, coming to your single leg Tadasana. Moving into tree, so you can grab onto that left foot, bring it into the right thigh, onto the right shin, or onto the floor if you need more support. Just not putting it on the knee, as the knee is a joint. It's a really unstable point. Bringing the hands to heart center, or growing them nice and tall. Inhale back to single leg Tadasana with as much control as possible. Straightening that leg if you can, the left foot. And exhale, swing it back to your standing splits. Inhale, release, exhale, release to your forward fold. We're going to be moving into dances, so inhale, high mountain, and exhale, Samastiti. Your shoulders are really nice and open, so if you want to move just into normal dances, you can. If you want to grab a strap, a towel, whatever you have, and practice Lord of the Dances, you can. I will demonstrate both on the right hand side, then on the left hand side, you can move into whatever variation you did. So coming into normal dances, first, you're going to bring that right hand into your hip as if you're carrying a tray. Bend into the right leg, bringing that foot to bum. Grabbing onto the right foot, you can either grab on the inside of the sole of the foot or grab around the big toe. That's what I like to do, making a sort of lock. Left arm reaches up to the ceiling. And on the inhale, you're going to kick that right foot into the hand to come into your dances. You're going to keep your hips square to the mat, keep that right knee pulling into the midline. And use the kick of the hand and the kick of the foot and the pull of the hand to open up your chest. So that's your normal dances. If you want to come into your Lord of the Dances, your full dances, your shoulders are nice and open. You're going to grab your strap. You're just going to wrap it around your foot, like that. Just creating a little stirrup for it. Bring your strap out behind you, so you're holding it here. And it's very much the same action. So on the inhale, you're going to kick the foot back into the strap. But you're going to lift the arms overhead this time, pulling on the strap. If you do need to fall out of it, please release the strap. so you can catch yourself. Just holding whatever variation. And when you're ready, meeting in some anesthesia here, hands at heart center, the front of your mat. Please play around with this for as long as you need. If you want to pause the video and just try it out, please do so. Just sitting with whatever emotions have been brought up. It's quite an opening through the front line of the body. Inhale, arms reach up, high mountain. And exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step it back to your high plank. Inhale, engage, press the mat away. Exhale, hanging cobra. Left toes lift off, left knee to bum. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that left foot between the hands, setting up for warrior one. Right toes up 45 degrees. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, interlace the base of your spine. Inhale, puff the chest. Devote for one long exhale. Inhale, back up to center, warrior one with interlaced hands. And exhale, launch into your airplane. On the inhale, you're going to unravel to half moon, flexing or pointing the right toes, floating those left fingers if you did on the other side, testing your balance. Your hands are on one long line from each other, engaging through both legs. And on the inhale, with as much control, coming in to your single leg Tadasana. Moving into your tree, so grabbing onto that right foot, placing it where you did on the other side, so in my case it's left thigh, but again left shin or toes on the floor. Coming to hands at heart center, or growing your branches nice and tall, whichever works for you. Just staying here for a couple of breaths. If you want to test the balance, you can close the eyes. It's quite challenging, but just finding one steady spot to gaze at if the eyes aren't closed. Inhale, single leg Tadasana, bringing that right knee out in front of you, straightening through the right leg if you can. And exhale, swing it back to your standing splits. Hold for the inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, summer CTU. So we're going to be moving to dances on the other side. So whatever you did on the other side, whether you used a strap or a towel to move into full dances, or if you just moved into normal dances, please go there now. So again, left hand into the hip as if you're going to carry a tray, bending into the left knee, grabbing onto the left foot, and then using the kick of that foot to really open up, keeping your hips square, right arm reaches to ceiling. Ooh, sorry. Finding your balance as best as you can, not rushing it, but just gently moving into it. If you use the strap, you can grab the strap, creating a little stirrup around the left foot, bringing that strap up behind you, or you bend into the left foot, and then bringing that strap over your head, grabbing onto it with the hands, and just gently walking the hands closer as you kick into that foot to really open up through the back and the front body. Bringing as much of a bend into the right leg as you need. Again, if you're going to fall out of it, please let go of the strap so you can catch yourself. No rush. When you're ready, we meet in Tadasana, hands to heart center when you're done. Just sitting with the emotions it brings up. It's quite an opening for our whole chakra line. So it can be quite a thing, a pose to move into. It can stir up a lot of emotions. So just sitting with them before you move on. Inhale, arms reach up, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step it back to your high plank. So we've done a lot of opening through the body, just holding your plank, sorry, while I quickly chat. If you would like to practice a forearm stand now, you can pause the video, practice against a wall, practice your dolphin. We've opened up a lot into those spaces of the body, so it is a really nice time to practice it now. I'm just going to continue with the cool down, but as I say, pause the video, try it out, and then come back when you're ready to cool down. So holding, inhale, and exhale, press it back to your downward facing dog. Without lifting the leg high, just bring the right leg forwards, setting up for your half pigeon. So you're going to get it as parallel to the top of the mat as possible. Right knee is behind right wrist, right ankle is behind left wrist. Left leg is out in a nice strong line behind you. You can look over your shoulder and make sure. Inhale, stay here if it's good, puff the chest. And if you want more, exhale, slowly walk the arms forward, melting the chest to a place where you're comfortable. I offer a thread the needle variation in pigeon. If you would like to take it, you're going to thread that left arm under the right. Just bring the left ear to the mat. We started the class in the thread the needle variation in child's pose. So it's almost like we're coming in a full circle to completion. Releasing the thread the needle if you are. And inhale, just walk the fingers up so that the chest is lifted. You're going to lower onto that right hip, bring that left leg forward, out straight, moving into, excuse my pronunciation, Vajrayana legs. So your left leg is out long, toes are flexed to the ceiling. Your right leg is bent still in that pigeon movement. Right foot is placed on the left thigh. You're going to place that left hand on the inside of the left leg and reach the right hand up to the side bend. If you have the space, you can grab onto the toes with the right hand, but just keep opening your chest up to the ceiling. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, right hand plants behind you. Inhale, lift the hips onto the left foot and onto the right shin for stargazer, pressing the hips up to the ceiling. Lowering down on the exhale. Inhale, arms reach up. Twist the torso so that you're kind of in line with that stretched out leg. And exhale, fold. Folding over that left leg, you can grab onto the toes, the shin, you can bend the leg as much as you need, whatever feels comfortable for you. Try to keep your shoulders square to the mat as you fold forwards. Inhale, reach the arms up, and just swapping the legs out so you're moving to your half pigeon on your left hand side. So you're going to bend the left leg, swing the right leg out straight behind you. Just finding a few wiggles to move into it nicely. Looking over the shoulder, making sure the right leg is one straight line. Inhale, puff the chest. Stay here if you do it on the other side. Or exhale, slowly walk the hands down Melting the chest, just fully surrendering as we near the end of class. If you took the thread the needle variation on the other side, just threading that right arm under the left, bringing the right ear to the mat, just completing that final little circle. Unthreading the arm if it is threaded, coming back to your half pigeon. And on the inhale, just slowly walking those fingertips back to the left knee, dropping on to the left hip, and swinging the right leg round so that it's straight. So you have Janu Shirastasana, legs on the other side, right leg's out long, toes are flexed, left knee is bent now into the right thigh. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, placing that right arm inside the right thigh and bending over to the right hand side. If you did it on the other side, you can grab onto the toes with the left hand and just rotate the chest towards the ceiling. Feeling that nice, generous side stretch, opening up through the left hand side body. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, plant the left hand behind you. Inhale, coming into your stargazers. Pressing hips up to the ceiling, moving onto the left shin. Right foot is grounded. Exhale, sitting back down. Inhale, reaching up. Twisting your torso slightly to the extended right leg. And exhale, folding forwards over that right leg. Again, grabbing onto the right toes, the right shin, bringing a bend into the knee if you need. Just being gentle with where you need to be. Not being heavy. Inhale, reach the arms up. You're going to plant both legs in front of you, bend in the knees. And on the exhale, you're going to lower all the way down to the back with as much control as possible. One vertebra kisses the mat at a time. So you're going to come all the way down onto your back, keeping the feet as they are. You might need to walk them in slightly a little closer, so that your fingertips can graze the back of the heel. We're going to move into one round of back bending, bridge or wheel. If wheel is in your practice, please move there safely. I'm going to talk you through bridge. You're going to plant the hands on either side. Inhale, tuck the tailbone, lift lower, middle and upper spine. The variation I offer for you today is you might need to wiggle your shoulders a little bit closer. You're just going to grab onto the ankles with the hands. So left ankle grab, left wrist, left hand, grabs left ankle, right hand grabs right ankle. And just use that pull on the ankles to really open your spine up nicely. Lifting your chest to the ceiling. Please don't move your neck around in this pose. It's in a very vulnerable position. Keep engaging through the legs, pulling the knees towards each other. If you're squeezing a block, holding for as long as you would like, then slowly releasing the grasp you have on the ankles and lower, upper, middle, lower spine, and finally untuck the tailbone till the whole spine is resting on the mat, moving into constructive rest. So you can bring the feet out wide, knees knock in. You can bring one hand to the heart, your left hand, right hand to the belly. Just taking a couple of rounds of breath, just to really reset the spine. Slowly windshield wipe the legs over to the right and the left. Just bring some gentle movement. Next time they knock over to the left, leave them there. Bringing the left ankle on top of the right knee, hands in a capital T shape, gazes over the right hand. Just focus on keeping both shoulders grounded, really twist through the torso. Removing that left ankle from the knee if it's there. Inhale, use the core to bring the knees back to center. And exhale, just knock them over to the right hand side. If you did so on the other side, placing the right ankle on the left knee, gazes over the left hand. After all the work you've done on your spine today and the shoulders, just enjoying the nice, gentle twist. If that right ankle is on top of the knee, just removing it now, bringing the knees back to center, bringing the knees into the chest, just grabbing onto them with the hands and just rocking side to side, almost making nice big circles with the knees to one side and then to the other side. If you would like, you can move into a happy baby here, just to open up through the hips. They say you're as young as your spine is, so well done on adding some movement to that part of the body, adding some youth. I hope you found a sense of playfulness or creativity in this little flow. When you're ready to close with your practice, find some stillness with the knees drawn into the chest. You're going to wrap the forearms around the knees, bring the forehead to the knees. Just give yourself a nice, juicy hug, being so grateful and thankful for your body and all it allows you to do. Inhale, squeeze, and exhale, release into your Shavasana. Limbs out long, toes flop out, just relaxing everything. Releasing whatever control you had over your breath, if you were counting the length of your inhales and your exhales, just letting that go now. Allowing the breath to come naturally. Just finding your sense of stillness. Making sure all the muscles are relaxed. Moving through the tension points such as the shoulders, the jaw, space between the eyebrows, just relaxing it all. We move through quite a lot of spinal movements, using that wave-like motion. So you can just imagine water, and every inhale slowly lifting higher and higher, starting at your toes, inhaling to your shins, inhaling to your thighs, exhale, inhale it, bring it up to your abdomen, exhale, let it sit there. Inhale up to your chest and down your arms. exhale, letting it sit. Inhale up your neck, over your face, your head. Exhale, letting the water fill you. Just imagining that this water that's running all over your body is cleansing you. It's bringing you a sense of purity from any thoughts or frustrations you might have had within the last week, within the last 2 weeks. Just imagine it swirling around inside your body, cleaning out every little part. Inhale, holding full of water. And exhale, just imagine it all melting away, slowly emptying your body, taking anything that doesn't serve you with it, any emotions you want to release, flowing out of your body with the water until it's all gone. When you're ready to move out of your Shavasana, gently bringing some movement into your fingers, into your toes. Just really gently waking the body up again. Bring your knees to your chest and lifting the left arm up, rolling over onto that left hand side, using the left thigh as a pillow. Coming into your fetal position, your place of restoration. Holding here for a breath. Using that right hand to push you up to a seat, whatever seat is comfortable. Thank you so much for flowing with me for the last little while, for giving yourself space, for holding space that I can hold space for you guys. Thank you so much for trusting me. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it brought you a sense of purity. Thank you so much.